What's going on, everybody? Berg's Bricks with another Lego Star Wars set review. Today we got set 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. This guy is going to cost you $100 in the US, although you can usually get it on sale. I saw these on at Costco the other day for, I think it was $75. Anyways, 969 pieces, ages 9 and up. And this released last summer. Get a little bit of a late review, but thought I would still review it. Up here in the corner, you've got Wrecker, Hunter, and Tech, and then it showcases the minifigures on the bottom. Looks like a desert planet of some sort. I don't remember the exact name from the show, but yeah, on the back, it's gonna show you all of the play features, some of the Bad Batch members with their helmets off, some of the speeders we're gonna get, just lots of the features. Really love this box art, honestly. It's a very good looking box art. Anyways, let's dive right into the minifigures. All right, and starting off, guys, we have Wrecker. He's got the Iron Man helmet, which in this case, it works pretty well. It's not completely accurate to the show, but I think it looks great. He's got a nice helmet print on there. And then on the back, you can see it comes with these studs. It's kind of just a shoulder plate mold. It's got the Clone Force 99 with the skull on the side. It also has printing on the front of it, which looks really good. More of that on the side. And then you can see he also has great leg and foot printing. He comes with a different style of blaster than we usually get in Lego Star Wars. And I'll go ahead and show you his face print. Really great face print for Wrecker here. As you can see, he's got the one white eye with kind of the scar as we see in the show. He's got kind of a grin on his face. No back print because he doesn't have any hair to cover it up. But overall, this is a really good representation of Wrecker, in my opinion. I think he is a great minifigure. Next up, we have Crosshair. He is the lone member of the Bad Batch to go rogue and join the Empire's forces. He's in his Imperial outfit here with that wonderful-looking green visor and helmet. He's got some great printing on the front and legs. He also comes with a longer sniper rifle. On the back print, you kind of see this red dots on his backpack. He's a great looking minifigure. I kind of wish we could have gotten him his Bad Batch armor as well, but it does work, getting him in this version. And here we have his face print, which looks great. As you can see, he's got the crosshair on his eye, kind of a indifferent look on his face. Once again, like Wrecker, no second face print because he has no hair to cover it up. I really like that they added Crosshair into this set. It would have been cool to get two versions of him, I guess, but it's kind of rare for Lego to do. Next up, we have Hunter. Hunter is the same kind of gunmetal gray color we've been getting for the other members of the Bad Batch, except on the right side, for you guys at least, on the right side, have that white line, that white face paint. And no arm printing. Unfortunately, no arm printing except for on Echo. On the back, you can see his backpack. It's another thing I wish they could have added brick built or some kind of custom backpack for these guys. Tech gets one, but unfortunately none for the other ones. He comes with his famous knife and just a normal Episode 3 clone helmet, which works well for this mold. And then taking that helmet off, you can see his first face print, half his face painted with that gray. He's got the headband as well, which looks good. Kind of a straight face here. On the other side, more of an angry face. And they also do include a hairpiece for Hunter. And then there's Hunter with that hairpiece on. I think it works well enough. In the show, the headband does go around his hair, so we would be able to see the headband. Obviously, we can't really get that to work in Lego. So I think overall the hair looks good, and overall a really great Hunter minifigure. And I almost forgot one of the most important members of the Bad Batch. We've got Gonky the Gonk droid. He looks awesome, a normal Gonk droid, brick built. In the show though, he is tan. That is one thing I noticed. So interesting to get him in gray here. You wonder what concept art Lego is given. He's got his two little feet on the bottom. Overall, you can't ask for much more in a Gonk droid. Love to see Gonky in this set. Next up, we have Echo. And Echo also has that Episode 3 style helmet with the straight line visor across. It also has some printing kind of up near the top of the helmet, which I think is really cool. Honestly, I think Echo's helmet is my favorite of all the members of the Bad Batch. He doesn't get any arm printing on this side. And on the back, we've got this backpack printed on just like all the others. And nicely enough, we do get some arm printing here for Echo on his mechanical arm, as you remember from the show. And also something different, his hand color is different. As you'll notice, here it's black, here it's gray, kind of to represent, you know, his mechanical machine arm. It would have been kind of cool if they would have had a custom like hand print, because I know, or a custom like hand mold, I guess, so that he could be able to access those droid ports. And then also looking onto the torso, you have the skull from Clone Force 99. Unfortunately, his waist cape of being an ARC trooper is just printed onto the legs. He does get foot printing though. One thing I think they didn't give him an actual waist cape is just for making it easier for him to sit down in the Bad Batch shuttle. And then removing his helmet, you can tell that his skin color is a little more pale compared to the other members of the Bad Batch. He's got some of those dots on his head, and on the back, you've got the mechanical part of his head. And in the show, the helmet kind of fits over that part, so this part's sticking out of his helmet. Obviously, kind of hard for them to do that in Lego form. But I think overall they nailed this Echo minifigure. He looks great. And then last but definitely not least, we have Tech. As you can see, Tech, you can see his goggles right through his helmet. Fortunately, this helmet piece, this visor does not move down. It is stuck in that position. He does come in a more light colored gray for his armor. I think he looks awesome. He comes with 2 blaster pistols, which are different from the other members of the Bad Batch. He's got printing on the side of his helmet here, which I think looks great. Honestly, I really like his head, his helmet mold. Even though it is a little bit big, I think it does look good. You also can't really rotate the helmet. It kind of just has to stay there because it's so big. But moving along to the back part of Tech, you actually get a brick-built backpack. And then that plate right there is actually printed, which is really nice to get. And then with that, it also makes him a little bit taller because you have that connecting onto his head. And then taking off the helmet, you can see his goggles and kind of a angry looking face on this side. He does get a second side face, which looks good. He also comes with a hairpiece. And then there's that head with the hairpiece on it. In the show, his hair is much shorter, but I think they do a good job of representing that widow's peak that he has. And then that inquisitive face of Tech looks great. And then moving on from those minifigures, we actually get 2 speeder bikes in this set, which both look great. I love this green speeder bike. It's a lot different from what we usually get in Lego Star Wars sets. Super flashy, vibrant. I think it looks awesome. There's a sticker here and here in the front to add a little extra detail. And then kind of these blaster pieces. I guess those are cannons sometimes on ships, with these side turrets also sticking out. We also get plenty of space for a member of the Bad Batch to be able to sit fully in the chair. And here I have Tech seated. As you can see, even with that big backpack, he does have enough room to sit. Interestingly enough, these handlebars are too wide for both the hands to connect. As you can see, that hand is on there, but this hand is too far away for him to reach it. So I just thought you can't really put the hands on there, but you can make it look as though Tech is driving the speeder, and it looks awesome. And then moving on to the Bark speeder, it looks great with this kind of dark gray and navy blue color scheme. You get some stickers here on the back to add some detail and all these side extrusions. It's very, very similar to the Bark speeder we get in the 501st Battle Pack. You got some stud shooters up front and another sticker right there. Very, very similar, just a couple differences, but very, very similar. You can't really notice the difference. And then seating crosshair in the chair. Crosshair in the chair, that's good. It's as simple as that, and you can make him pilot the speeders. I think they added these speeders into the set because, as you'll see when I get later on, the Bad Batch shuttle is not $100 worth of pieces. So I think adding these speeder bikes does make it a little bit more fair. And now we have the Bad Batch shuttle itself. It is looking amazing with this sand blue and gray color scheme. It's kind of been a point of interest with lots of people because in the show, most often the set appears to be more gray than blue. You can definitely tell there's hints of blue. But Lego has gone here with an almost completely sand blue look. While I love the color scheme, it is a little bit inaccurate to the show, but that's all right. I honestly prefer the sand blue to gray. There's so many gray ships in Star Wars, it's nice to have a little bit of a change. As you can see, there is a nice printed cockpit piece here, kind of with the windshield piece, a red windshield piece. Looking great. One thing about the cockpit is it can only open up so far. As you can see, it kind of hits this wing piece, so you can only get limited access from this point of view. But as I'll show you later, you can lift that up a little bit more. Going to the side, you can see a little bit of front cannon action and some yellow lights right there. And then these kind of engine pieces or cylinder pieces that help with the wing mechanism. And moving on to the back, we do get some nice blue thrust. And one thing I thought was interesting is these are stickers here. You can almost move these like this and have the thrusters closed up. I don't know if that was intentional by Lego, but I thought it was something cool to stop the thrust and the engines from going. There's also a red light, tail light on the back, just so they know and people know when they're braking. Just kidding. And then we've got some turrets right here that actually can move a little bit, these back turrets, but obviously you can't really do much else with those. And then I'm gonna move this wing down, and as you can see, it just kind of clicks into place, and you can click it all the way down. Show you a little bit more of the detail here. And they've gone with the black wing, which I think looks great. Yellow light at the end of it. As you can see, this is kind of how the wings are held together. Unfortunately, it does leave a little bit of a gap right here, but that's all right. But right here, I think it looks great. They were able to tile off and get really great angles, especially like right here and all the way up to this tail fin. Unfortunately, on the back side, doesn't look quite as great as this side with the studs up, but they did manage to have all the same details. As you can see, the blue line here, blue line there. It's all the same on both sides. With a little yellow light up here at the top. And then I've gone ahead and extended the wings so you guys can see how it looks in flight mode. Looks great from the back here. One thing that's unfortunate, depending on how you hold it, as you can see, there are stud shooters, spring-loaded shooters down here at the bottom. So sometimes when you're kind of just holding the set, you'll accidentally just fire off. As you can see, one of the stud shooters went off. That's one of the hard things about the set is knowing where to hold it. I'll also show you that if you try to hold it from the tail fin, that's not going to work because there's nothing holding it down. So it's just going to lift up like that. I wish they could have added some studs right here to keep it down. You could, if you want, modify and remove these plates right here and add some studs so that it keeps it together. But unfortunately, Lego has not thought of that. And so holding it can be a little tricky. Also, these pieces over here can often break off, but I think this ship looks great in flight mode. The wings are kind of messed up now. There goes another spring-loaded shooter, as you can see, but the ship looks great. All right, and I already mentioned how this piece, you can't get much access in there. I mean, you can squeeze your fingers in, but that is why they also made it possible for you to lift the whole thing up. So you can see up here, they actually added what I think would be a light for the interior space, which is nice. And then diving into the inside, we can see here there are 2 seats. Pretty crammed in there, but you can get 2 minifigures in there. There's also a control panel, which looks good. And I've gone ahead and stuck Hunter and Tech inside there. And as you can see, you actually are able to close it all the way. Fits nice and snug. They are really crammed in there, as you can see, right next to each other. I wish they could have added a little more interior space. I would have much rather had these pieces be put into the shuttle, but that's all right. And then moving on into the back part of this interior, it actually really awesome stickers. You have a Venator with a Separatist cruiser. I don't know what this says in Star Wars language, but I really like that sticker. And then on the other side, I actually also have just another clone helmet, which looks pretty awesome. And then there is some interior space here for you to put some minifigures. And here I have Tech and Hunter, Tech and Wrecker, excuse me, inside. You can even see that Tech fits with his backpack, and Wrecker with those shoulder pads, they're able to fit, even though they are very close to each other and look like they're going to kiss. They do fit inside there, and so as you can see, you can actually fit all the members of the Bad Batch in there, except for Crosshair. He gets left out. Poor Crosshair. Opening this up, you can see how crammed it is. Unfortunately, no space really for Gonky to go anywhere. I mean, you can always stick him on the wing and have him hold on, but... And then another thing is, I've taken all their accessories off, so there's really no place to put all their accessories. I mean, you can just chuck it in here, and hopefully it stays in there, but they've only added a little bit of storage space, which I'll show you. So I took those minifigures out, and right here, as you can see, there's kind of just this, right here, there's a little clip. You can just lift that up. And in here, there's actually a little crate. Not a ton of room, but considering the size of this set, it actually makes for good storage, right? You can actually take it out of there. So I've gone ahead and taken it out. And I'm just gonna only be able to really fit these two blasters in there for it to also be able to close. And then with those two blasters in, you can go ahead and close that down, and there's your storage space. You might be able to put Hunter's knife in there. Let me try. Okay, I put Hunter's knife and Wrecker's gun in there also. Let's see if we can get it to fit. We can, actually. There might be more storage space than I made out to be. Crosshair's gun is not going to fit. Let's try to also put Tech's gun in there. Let's see if we can get everything in there. All right, with Tech's gun in there, let's see if we can get everything to fit. And we did it, guys. We actually got everybody's weapon besides Crosshair's to fit in there. I've never tried that before, so apparently you can fit all the weapons in there, which is actually really nice to know. Well, guys, this has been my review of the Bad Batch Shuttle. I hope you did enjoy it. I really enjoy this set, even though I think the Bad Batch Shuttle could have been made a little bit bigger. Hopefully one day they'll make it into a UCS set. But overall, I really enjoy this set. Even just for these minifigures, you're gonna get your money's worth. As of filming right now, it's August 2022. And the only minifigure that they've made another version of has been Hunter. He came in the Justifier, which just barely released. All the other minifigures are exclusive. So just for that fact, I definitely would recommend this set to you guys. I'm not sure how many other Bad Batch sets they're going to be making. It's also always nice to get some speeders included, and you never know when they're gonna make another version of this set. Plus, Gonky comes in this set. Anyways, guys, I would definitely recommend this set to you. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like and subscribe. I'll keep getting these LEGO Star Wars reviews out for you guys. Anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace out.